have been going up against each other for the last couple of weeks. How excited are you just to go up against somebody else and finally play an actual game in the stadium?
Definitely, that's probably one of the biggest things. Finally, we get to hit somebody else, and we've been practicing against our guys for a minute, and it'll be good to get out there and just have our eyes on a different like uniform and hit those guys without no worries.
All right, thanks.
What's up, Dion? It's John.
Good
to see you, man.
John?
How's the golf game going?
Good. What you in the back of a limo Sprinter or something like that?
I'm in a car. Yeah, it's not a
Okay.
limo, believe me. It's a 2005 Honda Accord.
Right.
Wanted to know, we've heard from Brandon Bean and Josh and plenty of other guys about expectations this year. What are the expectations for this team?
Well, the expectations are literally to win every day, and that's throughout the entire season. We're going to start with film, to practice, to our bodies, to how we eat and everything. And we're just going to take every day, one day at a time, and knock out every practice like it's a game, and knock out every game like it's a game, and just take it one step, one game at a time.
What is it like hearing, probably for the first time since you've been here, the expectations from an outside perspective are pretty high for you guys, and that chip on the shoulder mentality may be more challenging to hold on to?
Yeah, I mean, we're like we literally live in the underdog mindset. Like that's where we live, that's where we breathe, that's where we eat, and we appreciate all of the love, but we worry about ourselves, and people will talk good and people will talk bad, but as long as we just focus on the 2020 and Buffalo Bills, the rest will be history.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thanks, John.
Dion, man, how you doing?
What up, Sal?
I was hoping that you could tell us more about this initiative that you and your teammates and this organization is going underway with the city of Buffalo.
With the city of Buffalo? Oh, like you're talking about with
the internet access,
absolutely.
The registration awareness.
Yeah, well, absolutely. So number one, like we're huge on getting this census done. I think that we're about 50, maybe about 55% incomplete, and we need to get as close to 100, if so 100%, to make a drastic and dramatic change in Buffalo, like money wise. And also, week one, we are donating a percentage of our week one checks to internet. Well, basically for kids to have internet so they can study and start school. There is 4,500 kids that do not have internet. And if I'm correct, I believe close to 500 teachers. If I'm correct, I believe it's the number is around 5,000 total of people that don't have internet. And we're going to donate a percentage of our week one checks, and we're going to send it over so those families and those teachers and kids can have internet so they can and continue to learn and grow during this pandemic.
And follow up from that, Leslie said he's wearing a decal on his hat. Saw Quentin Jefferson is wearing Antoine Rose Jr.'s name on his helmet. I was wondering if you specifically, or the team as a whole, is planning on demonstrating in any way come Sunday.
Well, we're still really talking about that. Yes, there is a bunch of guys that are doing decals. I was gonna wait until game day for people to see mine, and we're just taking it together. I know that our locker room, we're focused on staying together, and our big focus was really giving a percentage of our checks to those kids so they can have internet. I think that that's what was our main focus of everything that was going on, is just to help somebody else and not, focus on ourselves.
And is it ever difficult, I guess, to kind of toe that line? Because ultimately, I mean, we are here to play football, but this is a period of time where athletes are using their voices kind of like never before. But is it sometimes tough to toe that line between, okay, I want to do my job, but I also want to make a difference without calling too much attention to yourself?
Yes, it's definitely difficult because you want to let your presence be felt, but you also don't want to make a big distraction. And not to say that every distraction is a bad one, but it's just like sometimes like everybody hasn't been in a position to have that much attention or the negative and the positive stuff, and it could change you. Like it could drastically change a person, like mentally. So I think that it's definitely difficult, but everybody is their own person, and hopefully, and they choose their battles wisely.
I appreciate your time. Appreciate you being open, man.
Yeah, appreciate it, Sal. You have a good one.
You too.
Hey, Dion, Sal Mayorana over in Rochester. Can you give us your thoughts on Josh Allen? You've been with him from the start, obviously, and there's a lot of expectation on what he's going to become, I guess. And this year is a big year. Can you kind of give us maybe a scouting report on where the guy's at right now?
Absolutely not. No. So Josh, overall, I mean, I could talk about his character, and that should tell is Josh is a family guy. He loves us. He treats us like we're all equal. We're all brothers. We're all family. He's a vocal leader. He's a physical leader. He shows his abilities day in and day out in practice, and he's our guy. And Josh is a great dude. He's been a great dude since he stepped foot here, and he's continuing to grow as a man. And it's reflecting on all of us. And we're bouncing that energy and back and forth, and it's helping this thing grow.
He said the other day that he feels great about where he is with the offense. Can you shed us some light on just how much of a grasp he might have of this whole thing?
Yeah, I would say just honestly 100% confident in what he's doing and the playbook. So like thinking about Josh, if Josh spoke like that, he's definitely like speaking about his knowledge of what he has to do in game day and what his reads and everything. I think that he's just in a confident spot.
Okay, great. Thank you, Dan.
You're welcome.
Hey, Dion, it's Jay with the Buffalo News. Similar to what Marcel was asking you, I know you said that the team is still sort of maybe talking about the details of what you may decide to do on Sunday in terms of a demonstration or anything like that. But as a team captain, what message do you hope to send, and what message do you hope comes through from whatever it is that you do decide to do?
Well, I honestly think that if people just understand that we're better together than apart, then that's really all needs to be said. I mean, if the Buffalo Bills can treat our facility and the Pagulas and all these guys can treat everybody in the building the same way, then the world should just see that and just try to attempt to love on one another and not be afraid to open up and be vulnerable. Like honestly, like just to have a big heart and show it. Everybody just wants to be, well, like most men like want to be macho guys and all tough, but when you show in what your true colors, I mean, there's so much room for growth. And I honestly think that if everybody just stays together and we're unified, then this will be a beautiful place.
Thanks, Dion.
You're welcome.
Hey, Dion, Matt Fairburn from The Athletic here. I'm wondering, now that you've had you've had your few weeks of padded practices to get ready for this season, as an offensive lineman where you don't have, preseason games or anything like that, how ready do you feel to have, full contact and, the grind that an NFL game can be? And what do you expect? What do you expect your body to feel like come, Sunday night, Monday morning?
Well, So are you speaking about after in the game? But since you said like Monday morning,
Yeah, just kind of going through that
yeah,
without having the usual buildup that you guys kind of get.
for sure. Well, I think the best way to answer that is to hit on how important a preseason is, because that answers all of those questions. But honestly, I'm not sure, because this is the first time that we have a game without having any games before game or the actual game. But I honestly think that coach has been doing a good job with our schedule and how we're able to recover and practice hard and recover and practice hard. And I think that the adrenaline is going to kick in, and I'm going to feel it on a Monday morning. But I'm hoping that it just goes regular. Like, okay, even though that we had no preseason games, that our bodies and our minds will just click in, like as if it's, game one, which it is, just game one.